Hey y'all, it's your girl XOXO Tati. So you guys are getting a lot of videos from me today, but I'm not gonna upload it until tomorrow because I gotta do a lot of editing. Might have to edit it out because I do have music playing in the background, but we'll get there. So like, subscribe, comment so far, and we'll get started. So I started nursing school, well, my prereqs to get into the nursing program. And trying to think, October that year. So it was September, October 2017 is when I started. And I was not taking it serious, which I wish I could turn the clock back, yell at my 19-year-old, 18-year-old self, and like buckle down because your future's gonna depend on this. Like, your brother will want you to do this. But at that sense, I was just all over the place. I don't know. I was in a fog. I call it a fog because when I got pregnant with my son, that's when I started realizing and coming back to my senses, like, get your shit together, girl. But I was in a fog at that point. I made good grades. I'm smart. I'm still smart. But it's just, I got by. I was learning the material, but I got by, if you know what I'm saying. It's just I didn't have the passion at that time that I did before my running class. Like, my goal, my mind was set on nursing school, OBGYN, or labor and delivery nurse, I wanted to be an OBGYN doctor, and then a labor and delivery nurse. I had all these plans to school in the medical field, nursing period, and all that. Just, I don't know, it just fell out the door. Like, my passion was, I was trying to linger on to my passion, but it's like, I don't know, I was in a fog. Just outlook, trying to live life, and my motto at that time was like, life's too short, so F it, do what you want. But I wish I hadn't buckled down, like I said, because I could have been done within 2 years and out working on my BSN and all that. My goal was to get my ADN in nursing, do a bridge for Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and then do my master's, so I could be done by 26 and out doing my life and all that. So that didn't happen so far because I'm 23 and I'm still not done with my ADN. So fast forward, I was still probably, so I was taking 2 classes a semester. So I was taking, I think when I met Kai Dad, I was only on 1 class because I was like, I can't keep up with 2 classes already. And mind you, my peers were taking like 4 or 5 classes plus at a time. And I'm over here like, I can't keep up. Like, I just want to slap my past up. Like, girl, what are you doing? Put the drink down. Fast forward, I get pregnant with Kai. Tell my parents later on that year. They were mad. My parents was like, well, we'll support you, whatever you decide to do. Obviously, I wanted to keep my baby. I was like, too much. I already went through so much. I'm keeping my baby, and there's no question about it. So they was just like, just stay in nursing school. Just promise us you will graduate, like, because having a baby's hard. And I was like, oh yeah, I know it's hard. I don't not knowing how hard it was. I was like, you take that parenting class you did in high school, like, oh, this is a breeze. Oh, I wish I listened to my parents. But forward to when I had my son, I'm also gonna do another story time of my pregnancy, my hard. But nah, subscribe so that way I know I have followers out there that's listening to me. I'm not just talking to myself, because I do want to connect with some people out there. Like, we would have to sit together. And by the way, I'm sidetracking already, so this video is gonna be long because I cannot stay on topic. Oh my god. Anyways, scoop back. I have my son. I'm still in nursing school, taking my chemistry. No, I'm taking my biology. The biology was whooping me at that time. I was taking my biology, and then I had to take a psychology class too that whooped me. It whooped me because I had just had a C-section. And I started that psychology class that fall, and I was still working at Chili's too. So I was like, it was whooping me. Like, and I'm like, I must got PTSD or something. I always thinking I'm hearing him cry or something. But anyways, so fast forward, I took the biology and all that, And then the next year, 2020, boom, pandemic happened. So, all the schools were shut down. By this time, I had finished all my prereqs. All I had to do was take my T-test and go ahead and apply for the program. So that way, by the time I get accepted back into the program, I can either go to the Fayetteville Tech I was at then, or I can transfer to a nursing school down here in Texas, but that never happened. So I don't even know what happened. Like, once I finished that last class, I never went back online or to a community college out here to take the T-test because I was just so drained from working, being a new mom, adapting to my new life as a mom, and still being in my early 20s. I'm like, okay, getting hit with all these at one time. I was just trying to comprehend one thing at a time. And I was like, well, if I just work, I should be able to play catch up later on. So fast forward to that summer, I was online looking at like LVN programs, something just to get me back started, medical assistant, and then dental assisting popped up. And then I think what got me was because medical assisting was like 12 months, same with LVN program, 12 months, and then dental assisting was about 3 months. In my brain, I'm like, 3 months, I can get it done. So I went ahead and did dental assisting, and I fell in love with it. Like, it's a whole other world that's not talked about, because everybody has a fear of the dentist. I even had a fear of the dentist because when I was overseas in Korea in 7th grade, the guy did a filling on my front tooth, and he numbed me up, but he didn't numb me up. So I felt that feeling. But anyways, like stuff like that, or like stories that I hear in my dental office, like root canals not being completely numb, so like still feeling them, cleaning out the nerves, or even being partial, not sleep, but how we put the anesthetic in your mouth to numb up for an extraction, and you can still feel it. Like, you can still feel the doctor wiggling the tooth out with the forceps and everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, that didn't drive me out of the dental office as well. But I fell in love with the course the more I did it, because I did the courses it was 1 day a week on Saturday. So it was 12 to 13 weeks long, so it was manageable, but we did a lot. What they teach you in dental school are setups and how to mix alginate to do impressions, but that's about it. And naming dental instruments. But, well, yeah, my instructions went over dental instruments and OSHA, HIPAA violations, and PPE. The PPE. Let's see what else. But you don't really, because it was during COVID, we did not interact on like each other, so we never really got the experience. Also, we did X's, so we didn't get the experience to sit there and really like put the X-ray in a person's mouth. So we had like a little dummy that we used to do, but the dummy doesn't have cheeks and a tongue, so it's like, or lips, so it's like the patient's not really gagging. And so when I started working at my first job, which is the job I externed at during dental school, these patients are sitting here gagging and doing all this extra stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, it makes me look stupid. I'm like, you're a dentist, I don't know what you're doing. The patients are thinking that. And I'm like, oh, that was all this in school. And so I had to learn on the job, like, how to handle situations where they're gagging. Like, you have to calm down, breathe in, breathe out, look at your toes, think of something, hold your breath, like, get your mind space right. They don't teach you all that, of course. Let's see what else. Also, certain procedures you do learn along, like implants and stuff, root canals, you learn more in the office. I just got over my fear with root canals with my current doctor that I'm with right now, because I don't know, root canals and implants just scare me because of the horror stories I've heard. It's just, I'll stick with the feelings and the hygiene part. Like, I think I can support them more that way. I don't know. It's just me. But overall, like being a dental assistant, I love it. It's not bad. It's just you get burnt out so easily due to either having not good management. That's why I left my first job. Bad management. I was there for 2 years. Everything was perfect, but we slowly just, you know how life goes on. People branch off, do different things, and do bigger, better things. So that's what happened. We got a new manager, and it just shit hit the fan. And things were being violated, not done properly, It's just too much. And then when things get blamed on you and you don't get taught properly, or you get blamed for stuff that you didn't even do and the manager doesn't want to take responsibility because it's her job, then it's not for me to go. That place was just getting more and more toxic and all that. And so I think my first job, once it got to that point, it made me realize, like, I don't need no film anymore. And my dad had to sit down and tell me, he was like, you can't just up and say you don't want to be a dental assistant because of one experience. Like, and I'm thankful for him for that, because being in the current office, which is my third office now, like, it brought back the momentum and the passion I learned in dental school to have. Like, I love dental assisting. Like, I still want to be a nurse, but I want to have dental assisting and nursing under my belt. So, you know, I can flip-flop, and if I get burnt out from nursing, I can have that. If I get burnt out from being a dental assistant, I can have that. Like, I just want to have options of variety instead of just being stuck in one corner area nowadays. Because it's like, if you get stuck in one corner area, you feel like you can't do nothing else. I don't want to feel like that. I just want to feel like I have options as well, like, to go around. But overall, being a dental assistant is not bad. Like, I love it. I love the job I'm at now. We're like a family. It's just the atmosphere, the vibes of the office will set the tones for the patients. I'm telling you, it will set the tones as well. I mean, you get a patient here and there that you just can't please. That's customer service, period. That's the medical field too, as well. Just like working at Chili's, you always get that one little bad pea that you can't please because the ketchup was in a bag or napkins was in the bag. That's anywhere. So, but overall, if the patient sees the vibe, like feels and sees the vibe of the office working together, the doctor is working with the staff, the front staff working with the back staff, that makes a big difference in a dental office. Like, big difference. My first job, it was back against the front, managers against the whole team, patients against one person because they just didn't like the way they did things. Like, it was not a good environment to have. And it's not okay when you're sitting in your car crying before you clock in because you don't know what else to do. You're stuck in a bubble or a tunnel and you feel like you can't escape because you need money. You can't afford to leave a job because you don't like it until you get hired on a new one, or you cannot afford to, job hop either, because your resume gets lower and they start looking like, well, if I hire you, like, how do I know you're not going to leave me? Stuff like that. So things run through your mind like that. And so I just never want to feel like I'm in that dark space again, to where I feel like I'm stuck in a place because of how I financially cannot get out. Like, that sucks, and that's heartbreaking. My second job was with pediatrics, but I was working in the front, and the kids, I love the babies. Like, people complain about pediatrics all the time. It just takes a special person to work with kids. Like, I love kids. I can work with them all day. I'd rather work with kids some days than adults. Adults are more of a bigger baby. Like, but I love kids. Kids were not a problem. Like, they have fears just like we are, and if you give them a good experience and treats at the end, they'll remember that and they're good. They will come back to you. Like, you just have to treat them with like they're your own or your niece or nephew or something. That's all. But that office, they were dropping like flies. It should have been a red flag when I first started. Everybody was in. Nobody stays more than 2-3 months, and I was one of them. It was just the doctor. It was just a toxic staff as well. It's just, when you have an office full of all girls, what goes around? Drama. So So I wish I wasn't bored. I was like, I'm here to work, make a paycheck for my child, and go home. I'm not here for none of y'all drama. Like, word up. I could care less about what she said, who she said, what she did, who she did it with. I could care less. So that was, even though I was in the front, you would still get it. You would still hear it. You would still get it. And it was just too much. So in the middle of dealing with all that, I was applying for jobs at work. Like, on my way going to work, I'll have 2 minutes in the parking lot, so I will apply to jobs, and then on my break I will apply to jobs, and then when I got home I will apply to jobs as well. And so that's how I landed the job I got now. I love dental assisting, but I still want to pursue my dreams of being a nurse, just so I don't have that void when I look back and be like, I should just took the leap. Like, I could still come back to dental assisting if I wanted to, and nursing don't work out. Like, I still have something to fall back on, but I still want to take that leap of faith, so that way I know that I still took it. I still followed my dreams, and it just didn't work out, so I'm gonna go back to the dental field. So, I love being a dental assistant. Specialty makes more than a general dentistry, like dental assistant, but it also comes with experience. I'm working with people who have 20 plus years of experience, and that helps a lot. Instead of being thrown into something, I mean, you gotta learn something out, I understand. But when you're with a bunch of new people and nobody wants to teach anybody, that's how mistakes happen. And that's why 2 years later, I'm still learning stuff that I was never personally properly taught. And I'm thankful for that now. So when I do go out and like go somewhere else, I can take that experience that I learned to somebody else that doesn't know that as well, and that was in my same shoe. So my favorite procedures are fillings. My doctor does them in like 15 minutes or less. We did one filling in like 6 minutes. So my favorite procedures are fillings. Crowns, we've done a crown in like under an hour. So my doctor's been killing it. Crowns, I do not mind. But my doctor, he packs the cord. I'm used to packing cord, but I think it's just faster when he does it. And he's like, let me just go ahead and do it while I'm here now, so I can finish prepping the tooth. And then after that, he'll finish prepping the tooth, making sure the bite's correct. And then that's when we go in, we take a little scan with the iTero, and we do the impression, digital impression, to send off to the lab. And then after that, we make the temporary crown, and then that's it. So it's not really that hard. So, but if you guys are out there trying to pursue dental assisting, go for it. It is a great field. It's just finding the right office, right staff, right doctor, and the right manager that will push you, not just belittle you, call you names, say you're not good enough, you're not this and that. Like, I'm straight out of school. What do you expect? So, being a dental assistant, I love it. I just want to pursue nursing as well, but I'm still gonna keep my dental assistant license. Like, I'm still gonna keep it. So that's it from this video. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything you want to ask me, write it down in the comment section, and I'll reply back. I'll text you back, whatever. I will also post my social media, my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook as well, if you want to connect with me that way. My hair's getting really frizzy, y'all. This is why I don't do leave outs. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for leave outs as well, let me know. Like, we're all here to help each other. We women gotta stick together, so just help a sister out, please. Give me some suggestions, some comments, something. My hair gets so frizzy and humid. It doesn't make any sense. So we'll see how long this lasts. But like I was saying, I'll leave any information you guys want. Just comment in the comment section. I will reply back. I will get back to you. I'll do whatever. We can have a conversation. Just reach out to me. I think that's about it. Oh, also my license. It took so like I was telling you guys, I went to school during COVID. It took about 8 months for me to get my license. 8 months. The day my grandma passed away in 2021, May, is when I got my dental assistant license. It was a bittersweet day. And I just cried. I was like, Grandma, thank you. Well, out of all days, but thank you. So I got my dental assisting license, like the certificate that came in the mail that says registered dental assisting. So it came like literally 8 months later. Due to the high volume, they were so behind, I guess, or whatever. Because I was emailing them, texting them, calling them. They were just letting me know like everything's been processed, my background check, my fingerprints, everything. They were just waiting to get to my name to process it, I guess. So, but I don't know now how the process is. It shouldn't take as long. It should be caught up, but we'll see. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, I can send you guys some of my training that I did to help me throughout learning naming instruments, like different procedures, how the procedures go in the different orders, like saying like with fillings. I know my doctor, he takes the decay out, and then after that he isolates the tooth with like a Toffelmeyer wedge, and then after that we dry it, etch, rinse, dry, bond, dry, like here for 10 seconds. Use the composite gun to fill it up. Use the Bob Bunisher if it's one of the posterior teeth. If it's an anterior teeth, a flat instrument, and all that. Like, I can go down the line with you and help you out. So just let me know. So that's it with tonight's video. I hope I didn't keep you guys too long, but please subscribe to my videos for more and follow me on social media too. I am friendly. I'm always looking for someone to talk to, so I promise it's already itching. So thanks. See y'all next time.